Hi you guys, it's Simply Monique here. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on here and just kind of like do an update with my NACA process in my home, as well as to kind of like tell you guys some of my ups and downs that I kind of like have been battling with. So it's kind of like a testimony, if you will. Um, those of you who have watched my NACA process, and if you don't know what that means, what that stands for, or understand the program, then I ask that you please refer back to several of my other videos that I've done. I don't want to capture everything on this video to make it very long. So just, if you will, go back and look at my previous videos on my NACA process, and you will get all the information that you need. But those of you who have already watched, you know that I am almost, well, I'm in the 7 stages. There's 10 steps, so I'm in the 7th step. And you guys, oh my gosh, make sure you pay attention to your credit report. I had something on my credit report that was on the public records that I had gone to court for in 2009 or 2010, and I was paying it and I ended up hurting my back. So I was out of work for a while. You know, it was really hard between 2011 and probably up to 2013, 2014, somewhere up in there. We're pretty much running our household on a 1.5 income. And so I kind of forgot about the court order to pay back this public record that I had on my credit report. So initially when I went to apply for a home, I did not seek NACA. It was just a regular mortgage company. And that's when I discovered that I had something on my credit report under public records. Well, if you have anything under public records, you guys, you can't even get pre-approved for a mortgage. So that's when I began to call them and set up payment arrangements. Now, mind you, 2010, you know, after 7 years, things get canceled out on your credit report. So the mortgage company gave me a number to a credit repairer, and I was advised by them not to pay on that public record anymore because it was going to be canceled out. Well, make a long story short, you guys, once you begin to make payments again, even if it's 1 or 2 payments, you kind of like start it all over again. You start that cycle all over again. So even though it was scheduled to be off of my credit in March of 2017, this past March 2017, well, because I made that 1 payment, I kind of like opened that door again. And you guys, the money that I had set aside for my, it's called minimum required funds through NACA. You guys know what? That lawyer came and garnished all of my money out of my savings account for my home. I had just enough to cover the minimum required funds, and they came and took it. Now, on top of that, back in April, I was terminated from my job. Never ever got terminated from a job before. So I was kind of hurt because I know the process that I was in purchasing a home, but at the same time, God had already prepared me, you guys. He had already touched my heart and made me peaceful about it. Now, does it still hurt? Yeah, but I was peaceful about it where I know that my God will make a way, because he said he will supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory. You know, so I knew that he had my back. I knew that he was going to open up doors, that the doors that he wanted me to go through, not the doors that Monique wanted to go through, but the doors that he actually wanted me to go through. And also he wanted me to trust him more. So you guys, when you're going through a situation and a circumstance, don't always look down about it. Try to find out why you're going through this situation. Like, what is this about? Is it something that I did? Because I even tried to get my manager to like give me my job back, because had nothing to do with my work ethics, far as taking care of my patients and things of that nature. 2016, I got really, really sick several times. I had pneumonia, I had respiratory infections, just you name it. And I'm usually not the one to get sick. So I really had some moments there. And plus, my stepfather passed, and I couldn't go back to work just like that. I needed some time, especially with the patients that we had at that moment to take care of. That was really hard on me. So anyways, but yeah, I knew that I was like, oh my gosh. And then also, you guys, whenever you're so close to your breakthrough, you're so close to your blessings, that's when things begin to happen that is out of your control. You're like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What is going on? Why is this happening? I'm so close, because with my home, um, like I said, I had everything, and I was just left with them sending my information back to the underwriter one more time, and then they was going to send it on to the bank so I can get approved for the loan. And just with NACA, no one is turned away. Not even if you have bad credit, you're not turned away. They will just work with you and tell you what you need to do, which is not as much as the more regular mortgage companies want. So you guys refer back to my other videos and where I explain it a little bit more. But the best thing, you guys, for me to happen was the fact that my home will be new construction. So that still gives me time to get that money back, you know. And far as with my job, I'm working, and it's something that I always wanted to do. I always said if I get the opportunity that I wanted to do traveling nursing, as well as I wanted to go to one of the strikes. Well, prior to that, you guys, I went on several interviews locally here where I live in the city of Savannah, and everyone liked me during the interview process, but I didn't get hired. And I was scratching my head and praying like, God, what is going on? Why these doors are not opening? I don't understand. So then I just remember that I prayed and said, God, only allow the doors that you want me to go through to open. So you guys, you have to be mindful of what you're praying for, because if you're praying a certain way and then something doesn't happen that you want to happen, you have to refer back to your prayers and say, well, maybe it's something that I asked God for and this is why it's not opening, or maybe he wants me to trust him more, or maybe I'm depending too much on this job or this situation or this person or what have you. So I just said, you know what? Because I think I went on like about maybe three or four interviews, and then I started doing the traveling applications and everything. You guys, even that didn't open up with this particular company. I'm not going to say their names on camera, and she tried very hard. I had one person, one hospital that's in the state of Georgia, but not in my local area, who some of the people say, yeah, we're going to hire her. And even the person that I was working with, she was like, you got the job. And then it came back to the person who was over the young lady who hired me decided they wanted someone with traveling experience. Well, to me, nursing is nursing. It's just the fact that it's not in my hometown. I will have to actually travel there. But I was like, okay, that's not the door that God wants for me, so okay. And then I got offered another job, you guys, and it's paying double. Yes, I said double. DOUBLE, double. It's paying double the amount that I was getting paid from the job that I was actually terminated from. So that's why I say, you guys, don't get upset. Don't, get depressed. Don't get down. Just pray about it and ask God for directions. I don't know. I'm not here to judge anyone. I don't know who some people call him a higher power, and some people call him the energy of the atmosphere, whatever. To me, he's God. He's my Jehovah. He's my provider. He supply all my needs. Yes, I'm married, but guess what? I trust God I put my trust more in God than in man, because guess what? My husband is a man. Yes, he's a great provider. Don't get me wrong. But we have to learn not to depend on anyone at all, but solely depend on our Father, my Abba Father, my Lord of Lords, my King of Kings. And he will come through. And he's no respect of a person. So if he did it for me, guess what? He'll do it for you too. You just have to trust him. Okay? You just have to trust him. And also, you guys, when you're going through a storm, remind yourself of what God has done for you previously. Look back on your life at the things that could have happened to you but didn't. Doors that opened for you and you know it was nobody but God. You know, how you weren't working and your bills didn't get turned off, your car didn't get repossessed when the person told you they were going to come and get your car. Then you end up having Bible study on the phone with the repossessed representative, and you told her, no, you ain't coming to get my car, because guess what? This car belonged to God. Yes, all of that happened to me, you guys. And guess what? I mean, this was like way back in, 1990 something, you guys. Yes, 1990 something. So I had to go refer all the way back in the 1990s to keep my hope, to keep myself encouraged, to keep myself from being depressed, from being down. So that's what you have to do. When you face with a storm, remind yourself of previous storms that God helped you get out of. Because guess what? If he wants you to be delivered, he will deliver you just like that. But God is someone who allows you to go through things because he wants you to develop your relationship with him. He wants you to get closer to him. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean for this video to be sermon or whatever you want to call it. But hey, this is my testimony. And I'm hoping my testimony will help someone out there who may be going through. Because we're facing hard times now. We're facing hard times. But just know, no matter what is going on out in the atmosphere, no matter what is going on out in the world, God is still God. He still rules. He still reigns. He is still the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He's still sitting up high, looking down low. He still have his eyes on you as well as his eyes on me. He's the same God yesterday, today, and forever. And his promises is yea and amen. So you guys remember that, okay? So I'm hoping my testimony will encourage you guys. And as far as my home, you guys, it's still on schedule. I talked to my NACA counselor and everything's good. I was kind of afraid to tell her this, that I lost the money, I lost my job. But if you do lose your job and you're in the process with NACA, as long as you get another job within 30 days of you losing that other job, you're still good. And hopefully it's the same or more than what you were getting paid previously, because that's the amount that they go by with you being able to afford your home, because NACA is all about affordability. And so just remember that, because if you do not get a job within 30 days, then you have to wait a whole year. And I don't want that to happen to anyone. So that's why I was adamant about getting some type of job, before those 30 days were up, so I won't have to wait a whole year. So with that being said, because I had new construction, my home is scheduled to be complete in September. That still gives me time to get the money back for my minimum required funds. And again, refer to my videos. I'm not going to go into what minimum required funds and all that stuff is, because I did it in my previous videos. But I just wanted to come on camera and just kind of like give an update, because I've been asked about have I closed on my home yet, and several other questions. So I just wanted to come and just give a slight update / testimony of my NACA process and what has been happening. So I'm still on schedule, you guys. I plan to come back, let's see, I think August the 1st. I'm supposed to have everything else done, all my other documents, and my file sent back to the underwriter and then sent to the bank. So I plan on coming back and do another video with the more in-depth of step 7, going on to step 8, kind of like telling you what documents you have to have, those of you who are going through the NACA process. So I will come back and do an in-depth video on that. But I just wanted to give you guys my testimony, and you guys just stay blessed and stay encouraged. Encourage one another. That's what we have to do. We have to encourage one another and know that what you're going through is not just for you. What you're going through is also will be beneficial to someone else. That's if you share it. Don't be ashamed to tell people your ups and your downs, because guess what? Everyone goes through. Everyone goes through. And I don't know if you guys watched the Michael Jackson story, you guys, and I know it was not him and everything, but it's kind of like based on his life. And he was the king of pop, you guys. Had all this money and everything, and even he went through stuff. Even he, everyone thinks, you know, that he had this wonderful, no issues, no problems. Yes, that's what you saw on the outside, but no one knows what goes on behind closed doors. No one knows what is really in your heart unless you share it. So don't be afraid to share your down moments, because it can actually help someone. So I'm hoping that's what I have done with this video here. I have you know, just encourage someone who may have been going down, not going down, but may have been having one of those moments when they just feel down and feel like nothing is happening, nothing is working, and they want to give up. My sister and my brother, listen, you're almost there. When you at that breaking moment, when you like, you know, I have had enough, hang on. Hang on just a little while longer. I promise you guys, I promise you that if you trust God, if you believe in Him, take Him at His word, and He'll prove to you over and over and over again. And if you mess up, guess what? He'll forgive you. Matter of fact, He already forgave you. Just forgive yourself. Brush yourself off. Brush yourself off and get back up and go again. Start again. Start anew. As I shared in my other video, and I promise you guys, I'm going to stop. I'm going to end this video real soon. I even lost a home one time. But guess what? The home that God is blessing me with is almost double. Well, it is. It's double the size that my previous home was that got repossessed. Well, not repossessed. I'm thinking about a car that was foreclosed on, which it wasn't my fault. They shouldn't have took my home. But anyway, that's a whole nother testimony. But you guys, I'm just saying how God will bless you. He will give you double for your troubles. Okay? Like the guy Job in the Bible. Even though he lost all his wife and his kids and all of that, guess what? God gave him double for his trouble. So, again, you guys, stay encouraged and stay prayed up. This is Simply Monique. I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. Drop me some comments below, you guys. Share your testimonies. Share your testimony. Don't be ashamed, because that's what the enemy wants. He wants you to be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. I've gone through so much, you guys, and this video can be hours and hours long if I share everything, but I'm not going to do that. Just stay blessed and prayed up, and I'm going to go now because I'm rambling on. I love you guys. Stay blessed, and remember to stay true to yourself and love yourself. This is Simply Monique. Bye, guys. Mwah.